Good morning to you. It is Wednesday, April 16th, 2025, just about 9:30 a.m. So I can't believe I had forgotten about this. I got something special that I remember from my childhood, and I thought, let me try putting this in coffee. So this morning, I want to have a decent-sized cup. So I have got World Exploration's Capetown Lungo, okay? And it says it has woody notes, okay? Now, I'll just read to you what it says about it because this is interesting. And then I'll tell you about the special thing I got, okay? So, South Africa was a stopping point on the old trade routes which shaped local taste over time. World Exploration's Capetown Lungo reflects this in a blend of primarily Indian Arabica and Robusta. Our most intense lungo, it is full-bodied, carrying a punchy bitter note and woody aroma. Enjoy it like a local. Add a splash of milk to uncover smooth, roasty notes. Now, you know, I'm not surprised. I never really paid attention to the intensity. I tend to like the more intense Nespresso coffees. This is a 10 out of 1 to 13. So that's probably, you know, one of the reasons I like it. Okay, never paid that much attention to realize that, oh, hey, this is another intense one. Here's the capsule. Now, while this is heating up, here is the special thing. When I was a child, people didn't have milkshakes. They had malteds. In other words, it was like a milkshake, but it had malt added to it. You know, like a malted milk ball, the chocolate-covered candy? Okay? This stuff is the inside of that malted milk ball. It's the malt part, okay? And the chocolate's on the outside. We're not having any chocolate today, but we are going to put in some malted milk. It's a powder. Now, you know what? Let me tell you what's in it. Cover it up so I don't end up dumping it out, right? Okay, come on, cover. Okay, so it's made up of wheat flour and malted barley extracts. And by the way, you know, if you're gluten-free, it's not just wheat you need to avoid, but barley also. Okay, so this is not for gluten-free people, sorry. Wheat flour and malted barley extracts, milk, soy lecithin, salt, and sodium bicarbonate. Okay, so it contains wheat, milk, and soy. That, although if you don't eat soy lecithin very often is fine for you. It won't bother you. But anyway, okay, that's up to you. I'm not going to advise anyone on their nutrition. All righty. So let's see. Let me get a little bit smaller mug here. Now, usually you will have this in milk, okay? Now, I'm going to try just adding it to the black coffee, okay? So I'm going to push the Lungo button. Today I'm going to try to get my kitchen items organized. I've got my rolling cart arrived last night. I've got to put it together. Now, I say I'm going to get the kitchen things organized. This is assuming I can put this cart together. Because right now it's in a flat box and it's supposed to be, well, it's not going to be flat once it's put together. I hope. Okay, so I have got my lovely Capetown Lungo. And I'm going to go ahead, well, I'll take a little taste, okay? Nice and hot. You know, when it said, sorry, things are blooming here like crazy, by the way. When it said that It's got a bitterness. It's not a bad bitter. It's a, like, exciting bitter. Okay, so I'm going to start, I don't know how much to put in. I'll tell you what, if you're making malted milk, you would put 3 tablespoons into 8 ounces of milk. So this is about, it was 3.7 ounces. Okay, let's say it's 4 ounces. This is probably less than a tablespoon. Okay? Okay, I'm going to put it in. I'm going to stir it around. And this powder dissolves really very quickly. Okay, let's see what we've got here. And I'm sure it's going to need some sort of whitener in it, just because I like it that way. Most coffees I like that way. Now that's really interesting. I wonder, you know what? I'm going to put some artificial creamer in. Grab some here, there we go. And try it again, because I think it either might need more malted milk or some sweetener. Okay, let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, that's good. Am I tasting the malt? Oh my gosh, I should make a second cup with just the creamer in it. You know what? I can do that. I'm gonna do it. All right, let me get another mug here. All right, here we go. Do I have enough water? Oh, I may need to get some more water. Okay, hang on. You know, I do these things like on the spur of the moment, sort of, what do they say, flying by the seat of my pants. So sometimes I'm not what you would call prepared, because I didn't know I was going to do something. Okay, so all righty, got more water. I'm going to put in my Capetown Lungo capsule. Okay, I'm going to run it as a Lungo. I'm getting an artificial creamer here. So, I've got the malted milk coffee here, all right? And then in just a second, I'm even going to use a different spoon, you know, to keep everything standardized here. Okay. Put in the creamer. All right. And we'll see what happens, okay? Okay, there it is without the malted milk. With the malted milk. Okay, I can taste a different flavor, but I want to taste more malt, okay? I'll give this a little rinse off. All right, let me dry it off. See, I mean, when you fly by the seat of your pants, you got to make it up as you go. All right, so I'm going to put in another of what I would consider, I don't know, I think I probably have 1.5 tablespoons in here. Okay. All right, here we go with the malted milk coffee. All right, wait, first let me take another drink of the just regular Capetown Lungo with 1 creamer. Oh, hey, Calvin, thanks for joining in. Okay, there's the regular, which is really good. All right, now here, malted milk. Okay, I can taste the malt now. So here's the thing. If someone had served me, oh gosh, This is so hard to decide. What am I deciding? Do they taste different? Yeah, they do. Which one do I like better? I don't know. Either one. Like, this is much more mild tasting than the Capetown Lungo, without anything extra added into it, you know, without the malted milk. Hang on, let me do this again. So to me, this tastes like a nice coffee drink, all right? Whereas the one with nothing added to it except the cream is a more, you know, punchy kind of flavor. You know what I'm gonna do? Okay, let me just... Okay. There's a little malt at the bottom, just a little bit. All right. And by the way, this is Nestle's malted milk, which is the same company that puts out Nespresso. Okay, it's a Swiss company. Nespresso, it's like a combination of Nestle and espresso, right? Did you realize that? Okay, now I'll try the two mixed together. You know, on these videos, usually you're the first people I talk to in the morning. So I'm just getting my voice kind of, you know, revved up to speed. This is tasty. This is okay. I gotta tell you though, as much as I like malt, I really prefer the coffee just with a little bit of creamer in it. But that's just me. That's because I've learned to appreciate just coffee without having to have it all fancied up with all sorts of additions. You know what I'm gonna do? No, should I do this? I'm thinking, should I add some eggnog syrup? But you know what I think I should do? I think that I should go ahead and add a little bit of sweetener. Now my sweetener's in the pantry here. Okay. Do I have enough sweetener to last me forever? Yeah, pretty much so. Okay, this actually, it's not Splenda. This is sucralose. Okay, so I will add some sucralose. Should I add the whole thing? No, I'll just add half of it. Oh, now that's even better. I am going to, against my better judgment, thinking that sweeter is always better, I'm going to add the whole packet. I'll tell you what I think is an interesting story about using artificial sweetener packets. Hang on. Oh my gosh, this is yummy. All right. So what I did is I've got 2 Capetown Lungo capsules, 2 artificial creamer little thingies, 1 packet of sucralose, and about 1.5 tablespoons of Nestle's Carnation malted milk powder. This is good. Oh, I don't even want to stop to tell you the story, but I'll tell you real quick. So my daughter once took this like course she was invited to or something, and one of the things that they did, it was like a Chamber of Commerce thing for juniors in high school, and there was like 1 or 2 chosen from each high school in the area, and they learned all about the county and all of the different things it had to offer and how things work and about government and so on and so forth. And one of the things they talked about was etiquette if you're at a business meeting. And this is what I found so interesting. Now, this is in the days when, to sweeten my coffee, I would usually put like an equal, a Splenda, and a Sweet and Low. All three of them in there in one cup of coffee. So she said that they said, go ahead and, open your packet, and you don't have to tear the whole top off so you won't have a little piece, floating around. And then just tap in no more than half a packet. And then, put it down, stir your coffee. And they said, rather than tearing off the top and just dumping the whole thing in, because when you just put part of it in and then put it down, it has the implication to the other people watching you that you have self-restraint and you have command over a situation, and you don't kind of splurge and overdo things. Now, I'm paraphrasing my memory of what she said, they said. But anyway, I thought, oh my gosh, if I was in a business meeting and I put only half a packet of Sweet and Low or whatever it is in my coffee, I wouldn't be able to drink it. It would just be too bitter. But, of course now I've graduated to the days where I even like certain coffees black. Anyhow, so I thought that was kind of interesting, the things, there are subtle things that you learn that send messages out to other people, or other people interpret in a certain way that, who would have thought of that? I wouldn't have thought of that. Okay, well, I'm jabbering on and my coffee's getting cold. I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day.